Hello, it's Ashley here from Paper&Twine, and excuse the grubby fingers, my hands are clean but I can't seem to get my nails very clean. I've been doing lots of inking. But welcome to day 18 of 31 days of crafting in October, and today we are going to make what is hopefully a really simple card, an uber simple card, because I know a lot of you will be making 50, 60, 70, 100, maybe more than 100 cards, and you want something that's quick and easy. And I'm going to show you what is quite an interesting technique that you might not have used before. I'm not very good at it yet. I need to practice. And we're going to use a product I'm very excited about, and it is from my friend Hazel Eaton, who has just had her first craft collection released. You may have heard of Julie Hickey. You've seen me use Julie Hickey stamps on my channel. And Julie has a range called Designer Series, Designed By. And Hazel has released a set of products under this umbrella. And they're available in lots of places, but I'll leave a link to Hazel's shop, Dragon Paper Crafts, which you've heard me talk about before. And if you buy all of the products, they're available as a bundle and you get quite a good saving, which is what I did. I bought them as a bundle. So the first set is called All About the Girls, and you've got this big circle stamp here with these lovely ferns and like mixed media, kind of almost crafty individuals ideas going on there with the you know, coffee rings and splodges and what have you. And as I said, this lovely fern image, and then there's a happy birthday sentiment. Isn't it nice to see something in a circle? It's, you know, it's different, isn't it? And then this little sentiment in the center here comes out, so this is like a big polo, if you like, and you can put other things inside there. So you could put any of these sentiments. So you've got all of your female relatives here: niece, auntie, mum, sister, daughter, wife, etc, etc. Different words for mum. So there's mother, mummy, mam, for those of you that are up north, to our, to my, and then you've got a different font, beautiful, amazing, loving, gorgeous, and these lovely little mixed media interests there. So that's the first one, All About the Girls. The second one, unsurprisingly, is All About the Boys, and you've got the same feel going on, but we've got all these lovely stars and you've got wood grain going on there. I like this. This is very much a Julie Hickey style thing as well, isn't it, with the little repeated words. It says wonderful, brilliant, fabulous birthday. I really like that. And then again, you've got all of your male relatives, and what's quite nice as well, on both of them you've got great. So you've got great granddad, great aunt, great uncle. I'm a great aunt. And then fabulous, brilliant, wonderful, awesome in this type set. So that's lovely. That's for All About the Boys. Then the final stamp set in this first release is this one, which is called Sentiment Circles stamp set, and I really like this. So again, you've got all of these circles here. These three, they're empty in the middle, but you've got ideas of what you can put inside. And then you've got these fuller circles, which are lovely. And you could use these for Christmas with love and just for you with other Christmas images. I think that would be really nice. And you've got various things on here that could be Christmas. Obviously you've got the Happy Christmas here, which is what we're going to use today. I love this little dot background stamp, which could be holly berries, couldn't it? And again, you've got stars, and then here you've got this one that says holiday, or holly. My eyesight's not very good. I think it says holly repeated. And then these are nice, these little doodles. They're like a line with dots and little squiggles on. So there's that one, and then you've got corners, so you can do different corners. So that's the third stamp set. We'll just leave that out because we're going to use that today. And then she's got two sets of masks and stencils. I don't use masks very often. I need to give it a go, I think. But I do like these stencils. So you've got the ferns that will coordinate with the All About the Girls. And these would be useful for tree trunks or just texture. And obviously if you've got the appropriate platforms, you can run these through your die cutting machine as an emboss if you've got the rubber shim. Something that I've never done because I battle with my platforms, I really do. I've just been told that one of my prizes, I'm getting a Gemini Junior, and hopefully that'll have all the right things and I can perhaps experiment with that. But yeah, and you've got these lovely little splodgy backgrounds which I will be making great use of on various things, so we might use that today. And then to coordinate with the male one, this one's upside down because I have had it out the packet already. You've got birthday, and then you've got these various stars which are very useful, and again you've got all the masks for that, so we'll leave that out to play with. And then I'm not going to use it today because I want to just work on plain cardstock, but you've got a paper pad, so there's 36 double-sided sheets in here, and they're all kind of wood grainy. It's all called All Weathered 8x8 double-sided paper pack, and it's 170 GSM, acid and lignin free. But look at the lovely colours. You see, I think these would be lovely for Christmas with the sparkles and speckles, and you could spray it with a sparkle paper. Just give you a quick flick through, but lovely. I mean, that's lovely. That looks like snow, doesn't it? Lovely colour palette that you could use for a whole raft of occasions. I mean, the green obviously screams Christmas, doesn't it? But those are lovely, and yeah, I'm so pleased for her, and I understand that she's had really good feedback. She's probably sold out now. They were available for pre-order last week, and I did actually go in the shop on Saturday on my way to theatre train and got in there and bought them. So these are distributed by Sweet Honey Designs if you are interested, but as I say, I will leave a link to Hazel's store down below. So we're going to work on some plain card. I've got heavyweight super smooth cardstock, and we're going to use this Happy Christmas sentiment and some of the masks. So we're going to build up layers on a piece of card. I'm just going to move this out of the way, and I've got some, they're not quite 5x7, but they are, if that makes sense. They're a little bit shorter than 5x7, but I've got some card blanks that were part of a prize. They're not as heavy as I would like, which is why I'm not working on them directly. So I've got this here, and we're going to use just one colour of ink and an embossing powder. That's all we're going to do, just to make it really, really simple. Now, this is called the wood grain technique, and as I say, I am not very practiced at it at all. I've only done it twice, in fact, so this is where it could all go horribly wrong. But you're going to take an oxide in your favourite colour, whatever colour you want to work with. I'm using Kitsch Flamingo because I think that would be quite nice for Christmas, something a bit different. And what you want to do is have your ink pad at an angle on your mat and just lightly drag. And you can see I'm a bit heavy here on the edge, but the rest of it I'm quite pleased with, actually. So we've got that wood grain effect going on there. And I'm not going to waste this bit of ink that's on my mat. I'm going to spray it with my water spray. And I'm going to just find some scrap card. I've had a real tidy up the other day, so I haven't got a lot of things to hand. Just going to bring in some offcuts and just pick up this colour because we don't want to waste it. And that can be a background for something else. And I'm just going to clean my mat. And I'm going to just bring in my heat gun and dry this wet edge here. Okay, that will do for now. I've splodged a little bit there with my kitchen paper, but never mind. This is just for demonstration purposes. Now, I want to, I think, use the star in this instance. I'm just going to bring in some scrap paper to work on now. I'm repeating myself a lot. I'm just gonna stop it, Ashley. Right, here we go. So my stripe isn't exactly central. It's kind of off to the top a bit, but I'm going to just roughly center this star and bring in my blending brush. And what have I done with my ink? Oh, you try and be quick. Okay. So not using too much ink, and obviously you could do whatever colours you wanted to. I'm just going to move that down a little bit, but I'm just after a really subtle layer. You could tape your stencil down if you wanted to, but I'm not going to. A little bit more. There we go. So you can see you've got a very subtle star there. Put the lid on this. Now I'm going to do a little bit of embossing. So where's my embossing buddy gone? Where are you? Well, here it is. And I can see that this is still wet, so I'm going to dry it off. So just giving a quick swish with my embossing buddy. I think I might be in the market for a new one soon. And using my stamp platform because I don't want to mess this up. And bring in the stamp set. Sorry for the crackling. Trying to be quick for you. But you know me. I'll waffle on. I'll waffle on. Right, so we want the Happy Christmas at the top, and we want this kind of in the centre of our star, like so. Okay, I could do with another magnet, you know, I think. Right, let's close the lid. Try not to get the microphone wire in. Now, right. I do prefer using Versamark embossing ink, but I don't have any at the moment. So I'm using the Wow, which you can see mine is very stained. So I do need to invest in another Versamark, which I think I will use just for white, because this is, as I say, very stained. So just giving this a really good ink up. And the beauty of using our stamp platform is that if I make a mistake, I can re-ink, or if I don't get a good coverage, I can re-ink. So using my CPR, somebody referred to it as. Oh, I have to say, I read a comment, and I'm behind on comments again, but I had caught up. I read a comment from the lovely Lorna Callahan, who said I was very brave doing a series of 31 days of Christmas and not having a plan for what they were all going to be. And I said, no, not brave, stupid and reckless. So at the moment, I'm kind of like working a day ahead, maybe 2 days ahead. Today it is just a day ahead. Let's see if we've got a good impression. Now, I can't see that very well, and it might be that my ink is not very good. So just really give that another okay, that should be okay. I'm going to stand up to apply pressure this time. Hopefully that is okay. Yes, that's better. I can see it now. Right, let's get you out of here and give you a little bit of a emboss. Bringing in some scrap paper, and I don't know where this is from. It might be from Hazel actually. Crafty Impressions, it's very old. Maybe it's not from Hazel's. Silver dollar. You just want a silver, you could use whatever colour you wanted really. And if you wanted to, you could stamp in a darker ink. And embossing clear. There, that's nice. You can see we've got the Happy Christmas there going on. Pop the lid on our thing and just give this a quick heat. There we go. There's nothing like the magic of heat embossing, is there really, when you see that powder melt? I do like it. Okay, so we need to put something in the centre and we need a couple of little bits around the edge, but we're keeping it quick and simple, says she, waffling on as per usual. And we're going to stick with just the Kitsch Flamingo, I think. Let's bring in a little stamping block. What does that say on that star? You are a star. Let's go with the holly. And make sure we've got it the right way up, because we don't want it upside down, do we? It is very small to read, but it is wider at the bottom than it is at the top, so that's what I'm going with. You could obviously stamp this in whatever colour you wanted, but I'm just going tone on tone at the moment, and it might not show up very well. Actually, that's quite nice. And you can see the holly there. I quite like that. Okay, so let's pop you back on your carrier sheet, and I think I want to use this star because we've got the star in the background, and Christmas is all about stars, isn't it? The Star of Bethlehem and all that. So stamping off, rotating your star so you get different orientations. I think we'll have just one more there. One there, and there is a really simple background. Now I cut this card, as I say, my card base is roughly 5 by 7. I cut this to 5 3/4 by 3 3/4, and I've gone ahead and I've cut, because I'm nearly out of my silver sparkle card, but I have got a lot of this holographic card. I've cut a piece that is 4 by 6 roughly, and I'm just going to glue this on using some wet glue. You could use tape or whatever you have to hand. You could raise this up to give it dimension, but as I say, we're wanting kind of quick and simple cards, aren't we? So just matting and layering. We've got workshop at Hazel's this week, and on Thursday, and we're going to be using her stamp set and what have you, so I'm looking forward to that. I just hope it doesn't involve, and Hazel, if you happen to be watching this and listening, which I doubt she is, she's very busy, I hope it doesn't involve a craft knife, because I'm hopeless with them. She does a lot of cutting. There we go. And then we're just going to bring in my card blank, which, as I say, is a bit flimsy. and just stick that down. And I think that is quite a nice simple card, and I do love this wood grain technique. Just another way of getting something out of your ink pads. It does work with the distress ink as well if you haven't got the oxides. I have got my Julie Hickey glosses, and Hazel will be introducing some glosses into her collection. I just don't think they're available right now, but I think we're just going to leave that at that, you know. And there is our quick and simple card that you could batch make. Obviously, if you haven't got Hazel's collection, you use whatever you've got. You can do this background, you know, this wood grain. You could cover your whole card in the wood grain, but I just quite like it as a focal point across the centre. I'm sure you've all got stencils. You know, you could do a heart shape in the middle, just a circle, an oval. Use what you've got in your stash. But I just think a little bit of silver and the pink, pretty. Let me know what you think. I'll be back tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye now.